Aloft, a cartoony classic survival game with some really relaxing elements in it and just all-round great gameplay, has finally released into early access on the 15th of January, so the day before this video went live. It's developed by Astrolabe Interactive and published by Funcom. Now, these guys have been around for a very long time. Testing on this game has been going on since 2021, I believe. So, 4 years now? And I've been part of that testing. There's been loads of cool stuff going on. They've been releasing demos every now and then, so you can check out new features, and the game is finally here. It's a great game. The trailer is playing in the background, and there's also some footage from some of the test phases that we've been playing throughout the demos, and it's just released, which is awesome. The game is loads of fun. Now, if you don't know what it is, it's a co-op sandbox survival game in a world of floating islands. You can play with up to 4 friends, I believe it is, and you have any island that is floating in the sky that can be your home. You can attach sails to it, you can attach sort of like engines. It's loads and loads of fun. You could just float around, and there's a massive hurricane in the center of the game, which is pretty much the source of things. You have to go through a storyline via little notes that you'll find dotted around, as well as defeating certain items that are corrupted. There's a basic fungal corruption going around the entire system, and what your job is to correct that, restore order, and it's loads and loads of fun. The graphics are very cartoony, so it's not normally something that I play, but during the time playing it, I've really had loads of fun. Performance is great, it works really well, there's loads to do, and it's really relaxing. It's not something you're going to be up and jumping about and just moving around everywhere and being all sort of high and fast paced. You can just sit back, relax for a couple of hours, and build a really unique settlement on an island. Pilot that island any way you want, and do the same thing again with different islands whilst exploring. It looks beautiful, it runs really well, and so far it's been really well received. So it only launched, it's a day after the launch, so things could change, but so far it's sat at positive of 49 reviews. 81% of the 49 user reviews for the game are positive, which is great. And as I said, the game's been in testing for 3 to 4 years. They've been pushing out demos every now and then and getting loads and loads of feedback from the community, which is great. They've not just launched it into early access, slapped a price tag on it and gone, there you go, have fun. No, which is good. The game is a relatively pricey one for an early access title, though. I will say, from my experience of the game, I'd say it's worth it. But as you can see here, you can buy the standard version for $20.99, or buy the Aloft and Foundation version $45.44, or the Airborne Empire bundle for $39.13. They've also released a roadmap to go alongside the game's launch. So for Early Access 2025, they've got tons of stuff coming in. QOL improvements, features, building pieces and decorations, and new features. So there's a decent amount of stuff coming in 2025. With the demos, there was previously around about a 2 to 3 month gap. So it seems like this could be the same here. They've got 4 here. So they're going to be doing major updates quarterly. Whether they'll be doing small hotfixes along the way, I assume they would, as it is an early access title. The faster you can push out fixes for issues, the better for players, providing that those fixes don't cause more issues down the line. But resolving issues and optimizing Aloft is an ongoing process that will be part of the whole early access period, and the team are dedicated to surviving any issues that will arise after launch. So that's good. Whether that means they're going to be all hands on deck for the first month, and then submitting tickets may take a while after that, I'm not 100% sure. But they've gone through a lot of the feedback. Where I was playing it back in 2020, start of 2023, I think, started playing it, and they were really taking on board anybody's criticism, anybody's feedback, and in the next iteration of the demo, you could see that. So the development history is really good, and they do listen to the community, which is great news. So for the major things they're going to be adding in 2025 is the quality of life improvements. Multiple UX and UI, table map, Steam Workshop functionality, tutorial quests, diversity of islands and points of interest. Now that is one thing I will say, a lot of the islands and POIs were relatively similar. The islands, they didn't feel so much copy and paste, but there wasn't much on there. You could go to several different islands, and as long as you knew where to go for certain resources, you didn't really need to go to any of the others because you knew they'd be all the same. You could have your set amount and set area to sort of farm resources, and that'd be roughly it. But hopefully that does change when it does go further into early access. And then for feature improvements, upgrades to the glider and sails, new tool and monster tiers, combat improvements and rewards, ecosystem improvements, and crafting options and materials, and improved for day-to-day activities. Great news. I mean, with most survival games, I think that's what quite a few of them do lack. Sort of that end game aspect. Obviously, you go through, you do everything, you've got your OP base, and everything's pretty much there, and you're set. There's not really too much to do on the day-to-day. You can't log in and just have a little bit of a play and do some other bits. Obviously, with it being co-op, it does have that going for it. There's going to be a wider audience of more people that will be coming back to play regularly with their friends. So that's good. And then building pieces and decorations. They're going to have tons of new building options and materials, food decorations, accessories for animals, training dummies, mannequins for clothes, and condition rewards for building, which is quite good. Getting rewarded as you progress through the building tiers, definitely more of an incentive. You might find something early on that you like and not really progress any further than that. I tend to be really bad at doing that. I'll find something early on that works well, looks good, and serves a function, and then I won't really progress for anything else. But if there's rewards to be had, yeah, I'm going for those rewards. So I like that. And then there are animals in the game. You've got sheep. You can have a little sheep pen and loads of other cool stuff. There's other little bits and bobs floating around, which quite interesting, being able to accessorize them, make them pretty cool. And then for the new features, we have a compass, animal reproduction, critters, insects and beekeeping, life trees, character customization, new biomes and areas, and emotes and social interactions, which pretty damn cool. I like that. Animal reproduction would be quite good, maybe having some form of stats to the animals so they breed better or produce better materials and food. That could make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more detailed. Character customization, I'm not really too much of a fan of that. It doesn't really bother me. I'll go with whatever character I'm given for the majority of the time. If it's there, I'll have a little bit of a play, but not too much. In role-playing games, yes, go a bit more detailed. But when it's a survival game, if it doesn't affect the gameplay, I don't really... I wouldn't really say it's that necessary, but it's good that it's something that's being added. There are tons of things that can be added before that comes in, and as you can see, they've got loads and loads of stuff they want to do before they get into some of the niceties and make it look pretty and more fun later down the line. So very good, awesome early access roadmap. If you haven't checked it out and you are a big fan of survival games and you do like this graphic style, this will be one you enjoy. I can guarantee that. It's really cool, really relaxing. If you're after something a bit more fast-paced, then maybe this isn't for you. But when it's co-op, you're playing with friends, you can get things done a little bit quicker and have a little bit more fun with it that way. So, down to your personal preference, really. Overall, though, so far, great game, loads and loads of fun. If you want to see some more videos on it, let me know in the comments down below. I might just be doing this one, and then I might come back on updates. We'll see how it goes. If you want to see some gameplay, could do some of that as well. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. For now, though, we're going to wrap that one up there. I've been Wired, you've been awesome, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.